Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Blessed Girl Summer Podcast. My name is Tisha. And listen, y'all, we are closing out season 2, where we've really just been talking about advocacy, the importance of advocacy being an indicator of our love for other people, right? So, what I wanted to do before I close out the season, and I'll be taking a break, everybody. I will be taking a break. Your girl is tired. Had a lot of things going on, but definitely want to push out these podcast episodes and want to take a break for the holidays to have an opportunity to reset, connect with family, connect with friends, and then be back with y'all January 2025. That's my birthday month. So that's going to be a fun time. But, anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was kind of recap the conversations that we've had in regards to advocacy. I had some really phenomenal guests on this season, and everyone in their own way is serving the community. Some people are serving the community out of their own painful experiences. Some people are serving the community out of meeting a need that they had that wasn't being met in the community, and they're being that agent of change. And some people are doing it for both reasons, right? And so, one of the things that was underlining for me was how this is so about loving other people. Um, I want to talk a little bit about each episode. Definitely want you guys to go back and check them out. But the first one that comes to mind is the episode with Aisha Babylonia, who is the owner of Habakkuk Vision, where she helps justice impacted individuals um, regain their life and come from whatever situation that they were in, whether it was incarceration or a domestic violence situation, and begin to rebuild. And one of the things that she said that really stood out to me was she talked about how if you're going to be an advocate, if you're going to be serving the community, you really have to do it because you love what you do, not because of the accolades you're going to get, not because of the appreciation that you think folks are going to show you, not because you're going to get thank yous and whatnot, but because you love what you do and you're doing it for the love of the people, the love of the cause. And I thought that that was such an important thing. So often we might find ourselves wanting to do good things, like wanting to do the thing that is good. This seems right. This seems like this makes sense. Um, but we're missing the love component. And without that love component, it's pretty hard to find endurance, right? In that space. Um, Keisha of Hive Vibes Lifestyle was sharing um, how something that started out as like a health and wellness journey in terms of physical health really began to become a community, a space where um, they were doing life together. That right there does something to me, to be able to find a community of people that you can do life with. And then she said that they quickly realized that this was more than just them meeting, like, and doing Zumba and doing these activities, but they were connecting with each other and wanted to support each other in their other endeavors in the other areas of their lives. And who doesn't want that kind of community, right? I feel like community is so important. And especially now, when we're in this climate where we don't know how 2025 is going to look, we don't know how the rest of the 4 years are going to look. Anytime there's a changing of hands of like government and policies and things like that, things shift and things change and they don't look like the way that they used to look like. And that can be really scary and challenging for people. And community is something that can be such a great support during this time of uneasiness, right? being able to come together and support each other, being able to come together and encourage each other, being able to come each other and sharing of resources, girl or guy or hey or bro, I got this information. You absolutely need to know this is going down, this is about to change. Being able to find yourself connected with other people um, who have a desire to see you succeed and to see you be well. And so that's one of the things, that's a tip I'll give as we are like taking the season break, right? As we're taking the season break, as we're connecting with family and we're going into a new year, there could be some real concerns and fears that are floating around. And so I encourage you to try to find community, try to find a space where you can connect with other people and have a support system is so, so important. And so then the next thing that comes to mind is Melanie Waters and Purses and Proverbs, and how she was talking about self care, relaxation, being able to breathe, being able to come into a space. You don't have to worry about what's going on outside in the world and on your job and in your home and all these things. You can just experience like this aromatherapy, this like literal kind of getaway for a couple of hours where you can gain some peace of mind. That is absolutely important. We need to be able we need to be intentional about creating those spaces for us and finding those spaces. So something that she said that I think I've said many a times, no one's going to give it to us. No one's going to create anything for us, right? Even if a policy changes and it's in your favor, you still got to do some things, right? No one's going to give you anything. And so you have to make sure that you're intentional about getting the things that you need for you in this season. And then lastly, we had my husband and I talking about some of the things that we're doing with couples and marriages, and then his brotherhood and leadership. And again, that support sowing into the next generation. And one of the things that comes to mind when I think about his brotherhood community, which is like intergenerational, right? With men pouring into the younger boys or younger men. Um, it's just really, really how important it is for us to utilize our gifts, right? I believe that everybody was created on purpose with a purpose, and you have a uniqueness about you. You have something within you that can serve someone else, right? And so we have a responsibility to discover what that is. We have a responsibility that once we discover it, once we know what it is, not to sit on it, right? We have to utilize it. We have to put it in motion and see how we're able to be a blessing unto someone else. Um, we're coming up on the holidays, and for some people, that can be a really joyful, exciting time. It could feel like home, but for others, it could be a source of pain or a source of aggravation or maybe even a source of grief, right? And it can be challenging to navigate those spaces. And so I want to encourage you to hone in on community, right? To hone in on reminding yourself ways in which that you can serve other people. Oftentimes, when we come outside of ourselves, right, our things that are very real, not negating what we're experiencing, not negating the pressures that we all endure, the things that we experience, the pain. I'm not negating that. But sometimes when we're able to come outside of that and to give to someone else who is in a worse situation, right? Or who is in more of a need, right? And we're able to pour and give unto them, it encourages us. It feels good, first of all. And it encourages us because we are then reminded of the little things that we can be grateful for, the little things that we can show appreciation for that we have, that at times may seem challenging to us or at times may seem like not enough for us. But when we look in comparison to what someone else has or what someone else is doing, we realize that we kind of blessed out here, right? Blessed girl summer. We kind of blessed out here. Things may not be looking the way we want them to look, or the blessing may not be looking the way that we wanted it to look or we expected it to look, but it's still there. And so One of the things I love to do every year is I get, like they have these angel trees in like Starbucks. This year they have one in the YMCA. Um, and you get to pick an ornament off the tree, and it has a wish list for a kid, what they want, like their sizes and stuff like that. And I like to take, the wish list and then go out and do something for someone else, right? Go out and bless somebody else. And so there's so many ways that you can do that. So many ways you can be of service, whether it's at the food kitchen, whether it's donating food. And why another reason why community is important, because sometimes community has resources. I'm a part of one community for women, and just the other day, within the past couple of weeks, they've put out like wanting to bless some people with Thanksgiving meals, wanting to pay bills. I'm talking about like mortgages and stuff like that. And so being a part of community sometimes can be a resource, right? And then there's the other side of that. So, what if you are in a position where you can bless someone else? You can be a blessing unto them. You can be a resource. I encourage you to seek that out, to search out folks that you can bless, encourage, restore. There's just so many things that we can do, so many opportunities out there that sometimes we are not even focused on or thinking about, right? Because we're inundated, or we feel inundated or overwhelmed with all that's going on with us. Sometimes we have to take a step back. We have to stop, breathe, take a step back, and look around to see how you can give to someone else, right? And so that's one of my favorite things that I love about the holidays. Um, and so y'all, there is this scripture that I came across. I believe it's First Peter. I'm trying to look it up. So for those of you who are watching the actual video, you see me taking out my Bible, because sometimes I need to reference the word to realign like my thinking and my thought patterns and things like that. And so there is this chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 8 through 11. Okay. And it reads, what is this? What version is this, y'all? Oh, NIV Women's Study Bible. Okay. It says, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. So on the side of this, I wrote, this is advocacy. This is advocacy. This is what it means, right? Love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Imagine if we all were able to love each other deeply, like we were really doing that thing, right? Imagine if we were able to really do that thing. Imagine how many offenses, how many odds, how many difficulties, how many challenges would dissipate. Imagine that, right? And I know that we can't change the world overnight. There are, I don't know, billions of people, zillions of people in this world. But what we can do is impact our sphere of influence, right? We can be a light in the midst of the darkness, in the spaces that we've been called to. And when I say darkness, I don't just mean evil. Darkness could be like someone is down. Darkness could be you didn't get a promotion, like you're feeling sad, right? You're upset, things didn't go the way that they were supposed to go. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, the devil, showing up. It could just be things happening in life. And we have an opportunity to be the light to someone else. I always say that if we were meant to do life alone, we would be the only one here. We would be the only one here. We'd be on an island somewhere by ourselves. But we need each other. We need each other. We need people. I even think like when I go to the grocery store, I can't purchase all of these things without the farmers, without the factory workers and the people that have packaged the items and the people who have, preserved it or did whatever they had to do so that it can actually the drivers to bring the trucks of food into this grocery store, even the workers who had to stock it on the shelves so I can get it. We need each other. And so I encourage you during this time, this holiday season. Some of us are going to be having breaks. We're going to have a little bit more time than we normally have. Your girl will have a break from school. So she is happy about that. But it will give us time to reflect. It will give us time to reflect. It'll give us time to identify the areas and the spaces where we can be a light in the midst of darkness, where we can love deeply. And then it says, whatever gift you have received to serve others, you should use whatever gift you have received. And so, like I was saying before, it was just, these conversations again were just a reminder that we do have gifts that we are not supposed to just sit dormant on, right? We were created with a purpose and a reason. Um, and you're needed. You are needed. Your gift is needed. If it wasn't needed and if you weren't needed, you would not be here. And so just want to challenge you guys to take some time and really see how you can be an advocate in this world, right? And then going back to the dynamics that'll be coming in 2025, again, more than ever, we're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. No matter what happens, what policies come into play, we are going to need each other, no matter who's in office. Even if we weren't having the president elect that we're having now, we were having another president, we still need each other. We still need community. The only reason I bring this up now is because I know the country is in a state of unrest, and so there's a lot more people feeling alone and unsure, and so community can really be the answer to that for some folks, right? So before I go, let me just say January, January, January. Okay, so y'all, I'm taking a break. It has been, and it hasn't even been, it feel like it's been like half a year, but it hasn't been half a year. I think I did my first episode in October or September, but we've gone through 2 seasons. This is our third season that will be coming up in January. And honestly, I feel like January, like that third season is going to have more of a personal touch. I think I'll be talking just more about my personal growth and things that ways in which I have grown personally. And so it'll be a lot more vulnerability, y'all. A lot more vulnerability in that space, and probably a lot less guests and just me kind of sharing some things lessons that I've learned, not necessarily read about or anything like that, like lived experience. um, but I think it's time. I feel like it's time to share some of those things. And so I'm excited about 2025 January and having those conversations. We'll be talking about a lot of things. I'm not going to send y'all, just have to wait and see. I don't want to make no promises just in case things shift and change and I'm led to go in a different direction. I want to keep it open to that. But what I would love for you guys to do is spend this time catching up, y'all. Catch up. Catch up on the episodes. Um, Catch up on the episodes. If you're listening through Spotify, you can definitely leave messages. You can leave questions. I love to hear your questions. I love to hear your thoughts. And then I can kind of incorporate those things in my episode as well, starting back in January. But until then, I really, really appreciate you all for listening, for supporting. Share with a friend, right? Share with a sister friend, share with a brother friend, share with a friend. And looking forward to seeing how Blessed Girl Summer evolves. Listen, y'all got to tell me how y'all love this track, okay? This Blessed Girl Summer track. That's my jam, child. Wake up to that in the morning, gets me started on the day, right? And I hope it does the same for you. So listen, have a great Thanksgiving. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Wow. And have a Happy New Year, because that episode I think is going to drop the second Tuesday in January. So I'll have missed all of those things, but I will not have missed my birthday. It'll be just in time for my birthday. So I'm still trying to, now I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm just roll with it. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for my birthday. I have in the past had my like favorite things, like Oprah's favorite things, and given them away to I've run some like kind of contest or something like that and given those things away. So maybe I'll do those things. I have quite a few favorite things. I feel like my list has grown. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe during this break while they have all the sales, I'll purchase double. Hmm. Who knows? Okay, I'm feeling it. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop talking. I have many things to do, and I'm sure you do as well. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Blessed Girl Summer Podcast, and your girl will see you back in January 2025. Talk to you later.
Woke up this morning, sunshine through the clouds, feeling the healing, laughter all around. Rise up and stand tall, joy in every stride. No more tears to fall, let your spirit guide. Blessed girl summer, shining through the night. Brighter than thunder, you're the morning light. Life keeps on spinning, hold on to your dreams. You're always winning, more than it seems. Hear the drums calling, dancing to the dawn. Keep on believing, strength in every song. Blessed girl summer, shining through the night. Brighter than thunder, you're the morning light. Life keeps on spinning, hold on to your dreams. You're always winning, more than it seems. Hear the drums calling, dancing to the dawn. Keep on believing, strength in every song. Blessed girl summer, shining through the night. Brighter than thunder, you're the morning light. Life keeps on spinning, hold on to your dreams. You're always winning, more than it seems.